Now I'm on Hope Avenue, but this is a very, very different video this week. I am just back from New York and I'm going to introduce you to a wonderful dog that I met over there. I went to a couple of rescue shelters. You're going to meet PepperJack, and let's just say there's a very happy ending to this story that has unfolded really unexpectedly. So if there was ever a video to watch till the end, this is the one. So we're starting here in Thailand. You're now going to go to New York with me, and the ACC shelter is where we're going to meet this wonderful dog, and then I'm going to come back at the end here and tell you some wonderful news. Really heartwarming story. PepperJack, you'll love this dog. I'm in Harlem in New York and we're at Animal Care Center, and I am going to go and find a dog that the guys recommend to me that we can help get adopted because they're seriously overcrowded. And I might not be in Thailand, but I've got a little bit of time to myself today, so I wanted to meet some local dogs. So without any further ado, let's go in and meet some of these wonderful dogs. So I'm in the shelter here in Harlem in New York, which is very different to Thailand, but we're going to introduce you to a dog now, and I'm going to sit with her. She's called PepperJack Cheese. She's not in a great way. She's come in very emaciated and very down on her luck, but hopefully we can sit with her and get to know her a little bit, and it might even open up an opportunity for an adoption. But before we even talk about that, let's meet PepperJack. I've seen her walking past. She looks like a beautiful dog who's a little bit down on her luck. Hello, PepperJack. Oh, you're a lovely dog, aren't you? You're a lovely dog. Oh, you're such a beautiful dog. So we are here, we've met PepperJack, and I made a mistake. It's not actually a girl. PepperJack Cheese is a boy, and I thought it might take a little bit of time to get to know him, but it's not at all. He just jumped up straight away, and if you take your hand off him, he'll start barking. He's such a good boy. You'll see that he starts barking now. He's about 5 years old, apparently. And he's an owner surrender, which means that they couldn't look after him, unfortunately. He is too thin. You can see his bones down here, but I mean, you can see what a friendly boy he is. He's ridiculously friendly. So PepperJack is, I can tell, actually I'm not a vet, but I can tell from just Thailand that he's probably got a bit of like a fungal infection underneath him here, which the vets here will be looking after. It's a wonderful facility, but he's only been here for I think 4 days, so he's obviously just starting to get his treatment. I'm trying to he's sitting right on top of me, as you can see. The guys were telling me he's got what's called a behavior score of 1, which is their system, which means he's the friendliest, so that's pretty obvious to see. But PepperJack is 5 years old. He was found on the street, or owner surrender, but you can really see just how thin his ribs are here. He's very, very underweight. So the good news is I think that'll be something that can get fixed up really, really quickly, but it's important to get him adopted, because I was just inside and the guys were showing me they're so overcrowded that they've now got like cages, the boxes that dogs stay in the corridors. There's just not enough people adopting dogs. So it's not just PepperJack, there's a lot of beautiful, beautiful dogs here. So my mission is to get PepperJack adopted. I think he's an absolute beauty. He's the sort of dog, I think if I was going to pick a dog, I'd pick PepperJack, because he's just a big attention monster. You can see that he's literally sitting on my lap. He's looking around, and if you do take your hands, I've taken my hands off him now, he might start barking because he loves attention so much. Isn't that right, PepperJack? I've taken my hands off him and he's already starting to look for attention. But PepperJack, you can always tell how old the dog is by looking at his teeth, which is how we do it with the street dogs. So you can see he's quite young, and he'll fix up beautifully. He'll get some nice nutritious food. He'll get some nice love and attention is what he needs more than anything though. So yeah, if you do want to adopt him, which I would highly recommend, he's a real beauty. This dog in 2 weeks time is going to look completely different. He's going to be healthy, he's going to start bulking up, and he really deserves a lovely family. I'd love to see him walking around the streets of Manhattan or Brooklyn or anywhere. You guys adopt anywhere in New York, right?
Just in person. It should be done in person.
Has to be done in person, but they can adopt out anywhere around New York. So I think he's worth even making a special journey for if you're in the surrounding areas, because he really is that special. So PepperJack, available for adoption, very good boy, and he just, like, it's so sad to see a dog get in this state, because even though he's been malnourished and he's sick from his fungal infection and whatever else he has, he's so loving. He hasn't moved once from this spot. I met him like about 7 minutes ago, and he's already sitting on my lap as kind as could be. So I'm going to put the links down below if you'd like to adopt PepperJack. I'm going to have to leave in a couple of days, PepperJack, but I'm going to look online, and you're going to be sitting in a beautiful home somewhere, aren't you? And maybe some of your friends as well. What a beautiful dog you are. Now, it's quite funny that I'm making this video, the end of it, on Hope Avenue, all the way back in Thailand. I just got back, and while I was on the way back, I think in Dubai, I saw that PepperJack had been adopted. I couldn't believe it. When I made the video, first part of this video, I knew that he had a reasonable chance, but I presumed it would take, you know, a couple of weeks and lots of back and forward. But he's already in a home. Wonderful home. I saw it on Twitter. The person tagged me, but I didn't actually. I get loads of replies, so I didn't spot it. But then ACC messaged me, and they were like, "Check this out." So PepperJack has got a home. That video that I shared on X, Twitter, made him get a home. So you're watching it only about 5 days since I visited him, but you can see the videos now that Megan's put in here, and my God, am I happy about that. Not only that, there's actually some other people who've messaged, and they saw the dogs that were in the hallway underneath tarps, because it's so packed in there with dogs that urgently need homes. So there's more people going to get dogs from ACC because of this video. It's a little bit delayed because you're watching me now when I'm back in Thailand from the start of the video, which was last week in New York, but you get what I mean. At least one dog has been adopted. Look at PepperJack going into his home. Unbelievable how happy that makes me. This is a dog who was down and out, really. Might not have made it, and now he's sitting up on a couch being loved. So what a fantastic ending. Makes it all worthwhile to see PepperJack get his forever home.
What's up?
Now, one of the reasons we can find homes for dogs like PepperJack is because we've got a big audience here on YouTube and different platforms. So if you could hit the subscribe button, it really does make a difference. It literally gets dogs into new homes because enough people see them. So a subscribe, a like, a comment would be massively appreciated, and we can help more PepperJacks of this world.
You sit down, lay down.